Alrighty there, ladies and germs. Hello, hello, hello. It's good to see you. We are here today to play a little more Civ 6. Go out there and watch, Potato McWhiskey, Ursa Mayer, Boethius, and they'll play all the different heroes, leaders, whatever you want to call them, that are on here. I myself am a man of refined taste. I find I really enjoy only playing the characters that have a real gimmick to them, per se. When I jump onto Civ, what I love are the preserves. I love the preserves. The preserves make me laugh. There's just a crazy, crazy, crazy building that you can make, district that you can make. Coming very soon is going to be a district-only run with, if I can find it. Where did he go? I'm blind. There he is. Yeah. Going with Mr. Bull Moose here, Teddy Roosevelt. I did this one for fun, just in my own spare time. I only built a preserve building, the district. I built the diplomatic quarter, and I built government plaza. Those are the only 3 districts I built. I think I built an aqueduct in a couple, but that's not like something that takes up like population in your city, right? It took me until turn 300 to get a culture victory out of it. However, I could do it faster and I could do it better next time. There's little optimizations I can make. So that one's coming up. I can't wait to do that one. That one's going to be fun. What we are doing today, which I've been looking forward to doing for a very long time, is a science victory with Hammurabi. So, Hammurabi is interesting. So every time I build a specialty district, or I should say, the first time I build a specialty district, it automatically builds the first building of that district. So if I build a holy site, it immediately pops out a shrine for me as well. This only works the first time that I build that building, or build that district, however. Only the first time I build that district do I get it. Every other time afterwards, it just gives me an envoy, which is fine. Envoys are helpful as well. I can convert envoys to gold later with one of the policies that we unlock within our culture tree. Now, what's really fun about Hammurabi, what's really fun about him, is that when you get a Eureka, you get the technology. Normally when you get a Eureka and you're playing on Gathering Storm, you just get like 40% of whatever technology, whatever science you were just working. It gives you 40% of the progress. With Hammurabi, you just straight up get the technology, which is fantastic because that means I don't actually really have to spec myself into campuses very much. It's still helpful to get a couple of campuses because you want to get some great scientist points. But really, I don't need the great scientist points. If I can get a natural wonder fairly early on and I can start pumping out faith and start accumulating faith for the some of those great scientists that give you like 3 Eurekas, I can just start really pumping through the technology tree at an absolutely ridiculous rate. The things that are going to hold me up are get a kill with this type of unit. That's going to hold me up. When I play as Hammurabi, I don't really want to go to war with people until I've progressed very, very far into the science tree, into the tech tree, and just gotten so wildly far ahead of everybody that they just can't really fight me back. But we'll see. I'm excited to do a science victory with this. This will be the first time I've done a science victory on Gathering Storm. I'm under the impression that it's a little bit more time consuming than if I were to just do like a standard rules or something like that. I know that production is going to be super important. So the other great thing about this is that my water mill is upgraded from the normal water mill. I can make a Palgam instead. So it's just going to give me straight up +2 production, which is nice. Freshwater city or freshwater tiles receive +1 food. That's also super helpful. I'm going to run the monopolies and corporation mode. Ever since I've discovered how this works, I've loved it. I love having it along. considering bringing the heroes and legends. Let's see. Possess great power, unique abilities, limited lifespan. After the hero is gone, they recall them by spending faith. See, there's a couple of heroes here that could give me faith and culture, and a couple other things that are also just like super useful units to have. Sinbad can get me lots of gold. Like, I could bring these. I don't think we're going to do the Heroes and Legends this time. Don't like the Barbarian clans. We are going to do the Secret Societies, though. I'm a big fan of the Secret Societies, especially the Void Singers. Once I get to the Industrial Era, I have the opportunity to get some wild cultists, which I can just spam a bunch of cultists, and I can get tons and tons and tons of relics, which are fantastic. It's just even more faith output, which I will be directly translating into great people. So that should be fun. We're not going to do zombie defense. That doesn't seem necessary. Let's go with wet. World age. Let's do new. Continents. I do like to go with bigger maps as a general rule. I find that bigger maps just have more opportunities in them. When you go with these really small maps, everything tends to be really condensed, and it really like smashes different biomes together. I'm just not a big fan of that. Do we want to do continents? Let's check this out real quick. Lots of small islands. Large land masses. Could do East Asia or the Highlands. Highlands might be fun. One massive land mass with surrounding islands. Let's actually run Pangaea. I don't think I've ever actually run Pangaea before. They all start on the largest continent. Yeah. Yeah, let's run Pangaea. This will be the first time I've run Pangaea, so that should be fun. I have heard that doing Rainfall, Wet, and World Age new. Yeah, what does it do? A map of standard hills, less hills, mountains, volcanoes. Yeah, I like having hills and mountains. Hills and mountains are useful. More desert, less tundra. Oh, I could influence how much tundra I have. Oh, that's cool. No. Let's go standard. Equally good starting spots. Yeah, let's go with something like that. Why not? All right, let's just get in the game. Okay, let's check this out. We've got rice down here. We've got tons and tons of marsh around here. Alright, we are not building a preserve this game, for sure. Tons of rainforest, so when I chop those, that'll give me food, which is pretty helpful. Got a marsh right there. I don't even know which way I want to start exploring, honestly. Let's just go this way a little bit. Ooh, we got bananas right there, so that's going to be a fantastic city eventually over here, just from those bananas alone. Tons of marsh. I think we're just going to settle in place. We're going to settle in place because we have a 2 food, 2 production here tile immediately. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We'll take that. Actually, let's take this is a 2 food, 2 production. In order for me to build a farm on this marsh, I would have to get rid of the marsh. So I think we are actually going to move 1 tile over. 1, 2, 3, that'll take me down to the coffee over here. I'm giving up the cocoa, but that's fine, because I'm going to settle over here anyway. 1, 2, 3, I can still reach this coffee as well. It's going to take a long time before I can get any of my luxuries online, but I think that's worth the sacrifice. So let's just go right there. We'll end our turn. And then we'll settle. Yes, I want to remove the marsh. That's totally fine. So we got a 2 food, 2 production there. We'll have a 2 food, 2 production here. We're definitely going to start with a 3 food, 1 production. I think. So, if you haven't played Civ before, or more specifically, if you haven't played the Gathering Storm update, down here we have this thing called era score. So, we get era score by completing objectives, and some of the objectives are general, everybody has access to them, and some of them are specific to the particular Civ that you're playing. So, as Hammurabi, if I make the Sabum Kibitum, this is going to, because it's a Babylon unique unit, I'm going to receive era score the first time I make this unit for Babylon. Now, this unit has a movement of 3, which is the exact same movement as my scout. My scout costs a little bit less production to make, for sure, but the Sabum Kittim has a better melee strength, basically the same amount of unit, and honestly is goated against cavalry units really early on. So, we're going to go ahead and take him first. That's definitely what we're building first. With our warrior, we're just going to keep looking around. I want to explore just a little bit further to the west here. And I want to see, I can't see the top or the bottom of the map at this time. And then after I explore west, I want to go south and down. I can see there's another river down here, so there's potential to settle more cities. Let's go ahead and take a look at our tech tree. So in order to do a scientific victory, we need to get the moon landing, and we need to get the Mars colony. From there, what is this? Geothermal plants, yeah. From there, in this unrevealed territory, somewhere in here is the opportunity for me to make little laser stations, and those laser stations are going to speed up the Mars colony, if I recall correctly. So we're just going to click there and then there, just to see the path that we need. So we technically don't need to get lasers or guidance systems, which is great, because getting a kill with a fighter is really tough to do. I don't need the giant death robots immediately, but I will eventually need them. Oh, which means I'm going to need... Yeah, I'm going to need all of those. So the stealth bombers are what I actually don't need, nor do I need the nuclear submarines. I do need to get computers. Okay, so I got to get all of those. Let's go back here real quick. Let's see which ones we skip all the way through. So we technically don't need astrology or celestial navigation. We don't technically need irrigation either. However, I can tell you we're going to want irrigation because both of the luxury resources in here, is cocoa and coffee, are plantation resources. So we're going to need those. Obviously, I'm going to need to get these 3. And we're going to start with these 3. I'm going to trust that I find a natural wonder to get me astrology. Same thing with sailing. I'm not in a particular hurry to grab that. I do want to get currency pretty quickly, but we're going to get currency quickly by getting foreign trade quickly. So I'm not worried about that one. Building 3 specialties, that's easily going to happen. Classical era or later wonder. That's a good point, actually. Let's take a look here and see what my wonder options are. Ancient era. There we go. So here's my dividing line for the classical era. So if I want to make a wonder in the classical era, I can make a lighthouse, but I'm not seeing any real options for that. I can make the Jebel Barkal, but that requires desert hills specifically, so that's not happening anytime soon. Same with the Petra. Machu Picchu has potential, but I don't have any mountains nearby, so that's not likely to happen either. I'm not really liking my classical era options to get the Hagia Sophia. Don't really have any lakes nearby either. Kilwakisani must be built on the coast. Yeah. We're just going to have to see. Oh, no, that's in the medieval era. So these are my classical era options. Probably the Great Lighthouse then. And we're just going to have to find something coastal eventually. Okay, we got 16 turns for Code of Laws. When the Sibum is done, we're going to go into a slinger, into a monument. The reason for that is I need the slinger so that I can get archery. Oh yeah, this is going to be a fantastic city. A fantastic city. So we've put him here. That's 1, 2, 3. And just barely reach. So we'll probably go there. Yeah, overlaps on the 2 there. So eventually we're going to have a city there. We'll be able to make another industry out of the cocoa. A little irrigation there. Good. This rice right here is going to be a farm. Where are my farms? There we go. You're going to be a farm. And that's going to give me irrigation, which is perfect. I think we will start not with animal husbandry. Actually, we're going to start with mining. The camp is only going to give me 2 gold, and gold is useful, but I don't get a lot of truly useful perks from the camp upgrade until much, much later. Same thing, pastures is going to give me another 1 production, and I can get a pasture here on the sheep. And that'd be useful to make it a 3 food, 2 production tile. And that's pretty good. But it's not a high priority at the moment. The reason I want to get that farm is because as soon as I get the farm, I can start making plantations. And once I make plantations, I can get the coffee running. Once I can get coffee running, I'll be able to make an industry. And industries are very helpful. That 2 food, 2 production, the extra gold is great. It's also going to give me great merchant points fairly early on. That's going to be super helpful. The great merchants are just really useful to have. So like right here, gain 60 gold, annexes tiles into my territory. That's just nice to have. Love that. First scientist builds a library. So I don't actually really want to get Hypatia. That's not a priority for me. Isidore would be nice. Yeah, as far as this first round of great people go, I'm not terribly excited to any of them. Yeah, it looks like most of them are classical. It's a medieval era. Okay. We're happy with all that. I've moved him. So the reason we're trying to settle on the water here, the reason I'm not punching down onto this hill or something like that, even though settling on this hill, actually, is that? Yeah, that looks like that's a river right there. So unless there's something particularly fantastic up there, we might settle the city here instead. The reason I'm trying to settle on that river is because of the, see if I can find it, the Palgum. So this only works if the city is adjacent to a river. So especially for Hammurabi, I really try to find those river settling sites. Honestly, I've seen enough there. The river bends and goes up from there. So at this point, we're just going to start traveling down, and then we're just going to follow the river down through here. Okay, so we break out of rainforest over there. That's good to know. Oh, we've got a potential Civ over here. Excellent, Zanzibar. Okay, we found the Owls of Minerva. So let's go here. I've not actually seen them before. Sending an envoy to a city-state, +1 economic policy slot. Each trade route awards an envoy there. Focus on government trading and espionage. No, espionage is not my thing. I can immediately get a governor, though, and that would be super helpful just very early on. What's my next opportunity for a governor? Is it state workforce or early empire? I'm going to wait just a little bit longer to see if I can find a goody hut. Cool. So that's going to give us a little more gold per turn. That's awesome. An inspiration for foreign trade. Yeah, I'm working on it, buddy. Okay, so we know we've got barbarians up there. So at this point, don't really want to explore a whole lot more. Ooh, maize, cattle down here. So we've got definitely potential for a city down below as well here. Perfect. All right, I need you to go up here because we saw a barbarian over there. Okay, we've got some sand down here, so potential for the Petra. Oh, another coffee. That's excellent. We will take that. You know what? We're just gonna go that way real quick. Keep track of our gold. Okay, so not much desert over there. There we go. This is what I'm looking for. Hopefully when we get this, we'll be able to grab the Void Singers, which is just going to significantly ramp up my faith production, seeing as how at the moment it is 0. I'm seeing tons and tons and tons of coffee around here. Some cotton down here as well. This has potential to be a fantastic city down here. So we're going to reach all the way to there. 1, 2, 3. We could settle right here on this cotton. And then there's potential for another city to the south over here. Yeah, because I'll have a cattle within reach, a wheat as well. This looks like floodplains. Yeah, so we might be able to build like a great bath down here, something like that. Definitely an Edamanaki. Yeah, super uninviting tiles. But once again, we'll be able to reach more coffee, which will be useful because with a great merchant later, we'll be able to make a monopoly. There we go. There we go. We got Melody. So what he's going to do, let's just check this out real quick for you. Melody is going to allow us to construct the old god obelisk, which is going to replace the monument. So what the monument did before we had the Void Singers is all it was going to give me was 1 culture, and then if I had 100% loyalty, it was going to give me an additional culture, so it's going to give me 2 culture per turn. Now it's going to give me that 2 culture per turn and 4 faith per turn, and it's going to be able to hold a great work. So eventually that great work is going to be a relic, which is fantastic. However, at the moment, it's just a regular old great work. Okay, and it gave us a scout. Awesome. All right, we're just going to send you off into the ether. You can go wherever you want. That's all right. You go up there. Here, found another scout. Oh, okay. This has potential to be a Petra city. I'm seeing a lot of desert up there. This could also be the Jebel Barkal. Provides 4 faith to all your cities that are within 6 tiles. So, what are my city settling options up here? I could settle a potential city here. Not seeing a river anywhere over here for me to settle. However, I could settle a city here. It would have access to 2 cocos and this cotton. And then with a Petra and the Jebel Barkal, we'd have some pretty decent output here. You, sir, are going to head up this way because I see more dotted lines, so that should be another city-state. Yes, it is. Nazca. What do you do, Nazca? Can make the Nazca line. 1 faith to adjacent tiles. +1 food to desert hill tiles after I get civil service. This tile cannot be worked. Okay. You also want foreign trade. Okay, and there's my mountains. Perfect. Okay. Let's send you up this way, actually. Cool, I got you. Awesome, another tribal village. Not seeing where these barbarians are coming from, which is a little bit concerning. We're just going to have you two stick together. Money. I will take the money. Perfect, another village.
It is not wisdom, but authority.
Excellent. All right. We're going to want you. Honestly, our faith output is about to get jacked, and we're making pretty decent gold, so I will take that 1 extra production for now. Nothing there. I guess we'll send you down this way next. Choose a civic. How are we doing on being able to buy a builder? Need 200 gold for that, so we're probably just going to save and buy the trader, We got an envoy for free. We're just going to hold on to it for now. We're just going to send you exploring. This is a fantastic coastal city. A fantastic coastal city. Honestly. Because of the salt. Have we not? What is it to see continents against? 2. Yeah, it's all Kazakhstania. So that's the top of the map up there. We can see the edge. Probably going to be better to send you that way. We've got more coffee there. And then we'll send you down. Send you across. That's fine. You can beat him up. Okay, so we've got a natural wonder over here. I can tell because I can see these little faith outputs. Faith output does not happen naturally in desert, so that's good to know. Here we go. Okay, so we've got a potential barbarian base down there. Unfortunate, because I've been moving my units all the wrong directions to get that done, but hopefully we'll be able to find something over here, and he won't get too interested in coming up north. Oh, no such luck. He's just going to instantly be aggressive. Rude. Oh. Here we go. Give me that archery. Let's go, baby. All right, so Hammurabi time. There we go. We got a kill, and that just instantly gave us archery. That's what I like to see. Okay, got even more cash. If it truly does end up taking 22 turns, which even if it doesn't take 22 turns, getting that second continent's only going to shave off a few. I think we are going to go ahead and buy that builder now. Let me check something first real quick. Yeah. We're going to buy the builder now. Just going to go ahead and grab him, send you up there, get rid of that pin.
If delicate arch has any significance...
So now that we have the delicate arch, now we can actually start to make. Once we're done here, we can make a holy site. So it says no suitable zone. Oh, that's because we don't have mining yet. Perfect. All good.
When you find yourself in a...
Perfect. Found another little village. Let's move you there. That used all of your movement. Now we can grab... I'm not in a hurry. Yeah, I think we will get the pottery. I'm not seeing this being a floodplain problem at all, but this is definitely floodplains down here. No, stop that. Okay, this is definitely going to be floodplain city down here. Definitely going to have lots of floods. So building a great bath down there has real faith potential. Very real faith potential. Okay. There we go. Finally, we found our first little barbarian hut. Perfect. And we found... So this is another fantastic city site up here. Would love this city site. That's a great harbor right there. This is another fantastic harbor. And it's got a mountain. I need mountains so that I can make Machu Picchu and so that I can make a decent campus as well. I think I'm on a hill right now. I am on a hill, so let's go ahead and attack. It's fine. Perfect. We found a civilization, which means we have just instantly unlocked the campus. Lovely. We found Singapore as well, which is going to give us a ton of little things. So founded a Pantheon. Oh, that's because we found that. Damn, that's too bad. It's because we just found that little hut. So Singapore, you're going to help us build districts. So we would like to give you the envoy we've been saving up. And you want us to destroy a barbarian outpost. Well, say less, good sir. We are on the way. Let's get you movement hills. And that little extra defense value for being on a hill. And yeah. We're just gonna have you chill out there, buddy. Nope, that's not what I wanted. But it's fine. And a Menaki, yeah, there's really only the one tile, so that's not useful. We do want that holy site, though. We do enjoy a good holy site every now and again. Is it not going to show me what my options are? That's fine. No. Just chill out for a second. I could start working on an archer. I think we just won't build anything this turn.
Thousands have lived without love.
Actually, honestly, now that we have that, we could start to work on the Palgum. The Palgum would just be generally good to have. Could upgrade you, but I'd rather save the cash for now. Just have you heal. Perfect. Move you there. You just need to heal up. Oh, boo-hoo. You just need to chill out. Okay. So, the barbarian hut is probably right there. For him to have just created that. You should still be able to just chill out there for now. Grab that extra production. Alright, well, you tell me you've got a barbarian outpost, but where is that barbarian outpost? You can wait another turn, heal up. And I think we will be able to make a decent little farm triangle here eventually, but that's not going to be our focus for now. No, we're going to save you for animal husbandry. So for now, go there, just chill. Almost done with the Palgum. Once we're done with the Palgum, we'll be able to place a holy site right there. Get in there. Babylon discovered construction.
The 4 building blocks of the universe are fire, water, gravel, and vinyl.
Okay, normally I need to check to see. Okay, that feels like I stepped on a hut somewhere. So let's check this out. Okay, it doesn't tell me how to get construction. Well, I forget what I have to do to get... Oh, I think I have to build a water mill. I have to build a water mill to get a construction. Okay, cool. So I can build lumber mills now. That's fantastic, and I will actually 100% take up that opportunity because this tile right here is about to go crazy for me. You just need to chill. Okay. I could get +1 faith from rainforest, and I have lots of rainforest. Lots of rainforest. In fact, if I built the holy site there, it would only be a +4 adjacency, actually. Actually, it'd be a +5 adjacency because I'd have the 2 woods right next to it as well. So what I intended to go for here was the river goddess. Just getting 2 free amenities from holy sites that were built along the river was going to feel really nice. Let's see here. Plantations. I don't really need the culture. Looks like somebody already took Earth Goddess. So that means that somebody else grabbed a pantheon before me. Maybe the Incans. And they've got breathtaking land around them. Or at least they think they do. I'm seeing lots of opportunities for fishing boats, but I just don't think I'm going to be settling a ton of coastal cities. I just don't see it happening. I told myself coming into this game, you know, this is going to be a tall game. You're going to settle like 4 or 5 cities, you know, control yourself. Don't go crazy. But the longer I play the game, the more I'm like, but I see so many opportunities for cities. And so I'm just going to end up doing what I do every time, which is just settling 500 cities and then having too much to deal with. But you know what? It's what I end up doing. I do it for a reason. It's because it's fun at first. Faith from adjacent rainforest. I mean, I'm seeing some opportunities for that in the very initial part of where I'm settling. It would be nice to get that extra faith per turn, but I'm honestly going to get the faith per turn from relics anyway. And faith is not the primary thing that I'm trying to accumulate right now anyway, so I think I am going to go with the River Goddess and just try to keep my people as happy as possible. Eliminate the need for me to build entertainment complexes, at least as much. Yeah, we're going to stick with River Goddess. And speaking of River Goddesses, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a holy site. Let's go ahead and give you a boop. Where? Take me to your leader. Okay, so I can't really go this way because of that barbarian encampment. You're stuck as well. So we're just going to try to go the long way around him. See if we can skirt around and find that. Because I would like to get those free envoys. That would just be nice to have. Oh, hello there. And right now this is a 3 food 2 production tile. Build that. Find mass production for the Renaissance era.
People can have the
Why
Model
not?
T in any color.
I haven't even found the ability to build a shipyard, or excuse me, a dock yet, but I can already build shipyards. Why not? 3 food 4 production tile. Truly wild. Really seems to be prioritizing growth there. I'm actually going to click there and just get that little bit of extra production, I think. Go ahead and cross, and then we're going to send you down there. Would really like to find that second. Yeah, we're actually going to hold off on that for now. Get another kill.
Bronze is
There
the
we
mirror
go,
of
baby.
the
Got
form.
herself some bronze working. Alright, so we should immediately be able to see iron now. And wouldn't you know it, there's absolutely no iron to be had. So there's some iron over by Zanzibar. Is that all we can see? 3 results. There's one, okay, over by him. And yep, okay, all controlled by city-states. Fantastic. Okay, found another settler. Still Kazakhstania. I'm not sure what the purple means. Oh, hello there. I see you have made friends. Well, you're just going to have to chill out there for even longer then. Cool, we found Scotland.
Scotland me Falwith. Be het through fell det så sket author och batalje.
Let's go, little spearman. Okay, Scotland's making friends. Unfortunately for you, Scotland, I am not going to allow you to snipe him from underneath me. got military tradition. Oh, another banana tile. Say it ain't so. Okay, we almost have a golden age, which is fantastic. With a golden age, we're going to be able to just pump out civilians in the next age using the faith that we've accumulated in this one, which is fantastic. You're a jerk. You're standing exactly where I want to be. Awesome. There we go. All right, so now if we jump back up here, we see we just got a ton of envoys across these two cities. That's perfect. Zanzibar, what do? You give me amenities. Each provides 6 amenities. That's fantastic. And the Nazca lines, then what do you do? +2 production for each foreign civilization they have a trade route to. Okay. Cool, we have a fellow Void Singer. We love it. Let's go ahead and snipe him.
Each of us is carving a stone, erecting
Perfect.
a
We got
column,
masonry.
or cutting
Building
a piece of stone.
an
Vessels
ancient
large
wall.
may venture.
Oh, that's awesome. We've got sailing already too. Building an ancient wall is going to help us get aqueducts. Not that we really intend to build any aqueducts, however. We can just set you on a generalized exploration now. Perfect. I can upgrade you. Can't quite get a... Yeah, let's go ahead and heal you up. Yo. Where is this barbarian encampment? Got 25 out of 25. Let's just have you chill.
No man ever wetted clay and then left it.
Perfect. Alright, so keep in mind, the only two technologies that we have actually researched so far are pottery and mining. Those are the only ones we've tried to touch. Okay, all these other ones we've gotten by finding goody huts and or by completing exploits within our empire. So if I really wanted to, I could start trying to get niter. So the most efficient way for me to get niter, it says it would take 200 turns, so I could click on it right now. And I would still have to do animal handling first, evidently. What else? I'd have to do horseback race. So it would take a lot longer than 208 turns. However, I could get niter even faster by building a set of walls and then building an aqueduct. Even though the aqueduct's not going to be super helpful on my city since it's already settled near a source of fresh water, the time that it takes for me to build an aqueduct will be shorter than the time that it takes for me to actually research all the way up to the point where I could have gunpowder. Now, I could have gunpowder, but I wouldn't actually be able to do anything with that gunpowder until I actually am able to get an armory. And I believe I unlock armories. I was going to say, I believe I unlock armories in the tech tree. Where do I get armories? I can get the encampment. I can get barracks. Stable from there. Where's my armory? Oh, okay. I get it from military engineering. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We're definitely going to have to build an encampment fairly early on. So we're going to need to start getting more cities out here soon. Okay, that way did not seem to be an option. I wish you would point out where those frickin' barbarians are. My guy. It hasn't been fixed by anybody else, so that means there is barbarians around. They're probably over here. By Nazca. Alright, let's see here. Could get a granary, don't really need the granary. Could get an encampment, don't really need the encampment. Would rather get a trader. Yeah. Yeah, would rather get a trader. Okay, so there was a flood that just happened up there. We're going to cross here next turn. Ooh, baby. That revealed a lot of land. We're gonna have to clear out some of these rainforests. These could be potential, like, national parks. Nope, not doing culture victory. I'm doing science. I've played a ton of cultural victories lately, and so I'm just hardwired now to be like, ah, yes, that's an opportunity for a national park there. Gotta stop thinking like that. All right. I know Robert's over there. Would love to move to the next era at any time now. There you are. That's within 5 tiles. Perfect. All right. We're just going to let the warrior take care of that, because he should be able to get an upgrade here in a moment. Let's go to Zanzibar. No, let's go to Nazca. You seem to be relatively free of barbarians. Yeah, I just can't guarantee it with anybody else.
Money.
There we go, and we've already got the industries. Perfect. Now the only problem is I can't actually, like, you know, reach any of my industry potentials yet. That's fine. What did you just make again? You made a trader. That's what you made. Could build a commercial hub. That would be kind of nice. But we're actually going to build another builder instead, because I'm going to start clearing out some of these rainforests and making way for me to actually build some different districts. Perfect. Early empire. Love that. I would love to get me an early empire. I'm going to improve a third one here soon, so that's fine. Ooh. Yeah, I should have moved into that wooded area. Now I'm going to have to cross the river, and it's going to take more time. Which means you need to start moving up. You can no longer explore. He's already got 3 cities out, at least. Which is a little bit spooky for me, seeing as I only have the 1. We'll just have to make do for now. We're going to be getting a card soon that gives us the ability to make settlers faster. And it should give me a governor upgrade that I can use to get Magnus as well. And that will help. Fortify there. He'll have to attack across the river. Perfect. First thing we're going to do, we don't have animal husbandry yet, so I'm just going to go up here. Actually, I should get a spearman so I can get a spearman kill while I still have that camp up there. Alright, how bad did that hurt? Not that bad, because now we can do battle cry. And we're a fantastic spot. Yeah, I cannot build lumber mill here. Where do I get the opportunity to build lumber mills? Which one is that? I'm looking for Stick of Stone. It's not that one. Is it this one? No. Castles. Maybe you can't ever build. Here we go. Swim production from lumber mines. Or lumber mills. Siege support units are no longer effective. No. There's no way it's this late in the tech tree. It's got to be earlier. Harvesting of stone allows chopping of rainforest. Thought I could build a lumber mill on rainforests. Wants mercantilism. Where is mercantilism? Mercenaries. There we go. Ooh, it's all the way over here. That's not going to happen anytime soon. Okay, well. Let's chop you down. You're a great tile, but we're going to chop you anyway. Okay, another volcano. Thank you, that's nice of you. Maybe it's kind of got mauled. Oh, I kind of ruined my farm triangle there, didn't I? Oh well. Let's get you down here, because we should have animal husbandry next turn. Perfect. I guess we'll send you up that way. We'll send you over there. Let's get those walls.
I am fond of pigs.
Perfect. Ooh, looks like somebody else is beating up on him already. No, I need you to chill out. I need my spearmen to get up there. Actually, you know what, Mr. Spearman? You could go down here, because I can guarantee that there's one over there. So we might as well just finish you off. And we can send you back this way to make you become a bowman anyway. Now from here, the thing that I'm least likely to do at this point, I don't really need the wheel. I don't need the wheel because I could skip it. I don't really want the celestial navigation, so we'll go for shipbuilding, because I'm not likely to build galleys anytime soon at all. Perfect. That's actually fantastic. I don't have much faith yet, but I think that's going to be okay. We're actually going to skip your turn for one more turn. We're going to upgrade you while we have the chance. And we're going to rock out this pass.
Skill without imagination is craftsmanship, and gives us many useful objects. No hour of life is wasted.
Awesome.
That
And
is
that
spent in
instantly
the
gave me
saddle.
horse riding as well. Fantastic. Speaking of horse riding, we are going to go ahead and build that camp. 2 food, 2 production. Getting that 2 extra gold is just going to be helpful to have. Zanzibar is enforcing their borders. That's fine. You should be exploring anyway. Okay, so nothing is attacking me right now. That's strange. Swear to God, if I do that attack and then it gets sniped out from underneath me, I'm going to be very sad. Right? Yeah, you still want that to get done. Excellent. All right, so that's actually fantastic. Not a great position for me to be in, but it's fantastic that I found that. That will improve my relationship with Scotland even further. So we're going to send him a delegation. And then once I have open borders, I'll be able to sell my open borders to him for cash. So we'd already built the Edamananki. That's fine. Science upgrades don't work very well for me anyway. Yes, that is unfortunate. Yeah, that hurt. Perfect engineering.
It was luxuries like air. One man's magic is another man's engine.
Alright, let's finish him off. Awesome. Ooh, that would be a fantastic campus. That would be a crazy campus. I could use the iron as well. There's 2 iron sites there. Oh. Could build the city there. Maybe. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Oh, we're making friends. Oh, completely landlocked. Despair. Alright, go up and around. Yep, you're gonna have to kill that. That would be a wild little harbor right there. It'd be fantastic. And they would be in range of the turtles as well. We do enjoy heavy turtles every now and again. Cattle there. Yeah, it's probably a little bit too close to Scotland, though. Yeah, 100%. 100% too close to Scotland. Okay, you. What could I have you be building? Each camp, pasture, or plantation provides one amenity. So this would actually be a fantastic wonder for me to have, because these coffees are going to be plantations. So if I built it right here, 1, 2, 3 would reach that coffee. 1, 2, 3 would reach there, would clearly reach there. 1, 2, 3, 4 would reach this coffee down here. That would be a fantastic Temple of Artemis. We don't really have anything else to work on in this age anyway, because I want to get Magnus before I start pumping out settlers anyway. It's not required by any means, but it would be nice. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get Magnus. In 9 turns, I'll be able to get his upgrade that makes it so that I don't lose population when I build settlers. That would just be excellent. Ooh, barely survived. Living on a prayer. Let's send you homeward. I'm going to need you to escort the people in a minute. Okay, you're bugging out. Would like for you to get that kill. We're just going to have you fortify. Where? Am I blind? There it is. Okay. That's hard to see, so we're going to mark it. Well, I guess you guys are gonna go play with another set of barbarians in the new age. Yeah, please stay away. Yeah, kill a scout. Stay away from my trader. I spent good money on him. Or built him, or whatever. You know what I mean? Excellent. There we go. So, we're gonna get a kill with the spearman. That's fantastic. That's going to give me Hua Tanakali.
Tactics mean doing what you can
Teokali.
with what you have.
+1 amenity for each lake tile within 1 tile. +1 food, +1 production. So, I could build it here and just get 3 amenities for a city. That would be fantastic. It's right next to those 2. Anyway. Probably can't settle a city on the horses. Maybe I can. I don't know if that gives me the horses. It might just delete the horses. I'd have access to the maze. 2 sets of horses. I'd have those quarries, which eventually become cash cows later. Other than that, it's really not that fantastic of a city. We'll have to see, though. You are a medieval wonder. Yeah, you're a medieval wonder, so I'm not actually in a terrible hurry to build you. However, I'm not likely to get an iron mine anytime soon. None of the iron spawn close to me. I'd have to get a city all the way up here. Yeah, and it won't even let me settle all the way up there. I'd have to go up here to the maze to settle, and that's going to be out of range. Could maybe settle on this cocoa. And then 1, 2, 3 would give me the iron. What are my other iron options? There's iron down here. I could settle a city here quickly and then purchase that tile maybe and snipe it out from underneath Zanzibar if I'm lucky. That would be very aggressive on my part it would require some luck. Looks like there's another barbarian hut down here. We're just going to mark it now, so it's not a surprise later. Lots of barbarians for me to actually end up going out there and hunt. Instead of that city there, I could move it down a bit here. And I would have access to all of that delicate arch. Or I could settle it there. And then I could build an aqueduct. Could get an aqueduct. We could get a holy site and an industrial zone because we can build a mine. Where's my mine? We can build a mine there and a mine there. So that'd be a pretty decent little industrial zone actually. It'd be +2 from there. It'd be +1 from the city center and holy site, and then +2. So that should be a +7 little industrial zone. That's pretty good. Unfortunately, it's not close to any of my cities, so it's not going to help any of them. How's it doing settler-wise? Looks fine for now for me to settle there. I would love, love, love to get that faith online. That'd be fantastic. So I think we're going to settle here first to see if we can snipe the iron. Then we're going to push way up north, and we're going to be greedy. And we're going to try to grab that city right there. Then we may settle, because that's 1, 2. We may settle there-ish. And grab those 3. Yeah. Ooh. Spoopy. I could make pikemen already. Wild. Wild I could make pikemen already. Never actually made pikemen. I rarely even go through the trouble trying to unlock the pikemen, let alone build them. Perfect, I can upgrade them. What are the upgrades for this guy? Melee units, yes. Defending versus melee. Yeah, that's crazy. Double support bonus. Alright, let's go, baby. Oh yes, I've already got bowmen, so I can just snipe this guy. Let's go. Why not? Am I missing a barbarian outpost over here somewhere? I'm not seeing one. I am seeing a village, though. How did I miss that village? Oh, it's probably you. Yeah, let's just clear you out real quick. Why not? I could use the cash. Oh, it didn't kill you. It was very close, but it didn't kill you. Let's go, little spearman. What's that? Ooh. Get in there, boys. Come on, England. Alright, we got lots of friends down there. We need to take you out. Post haste. Otherwise, that warrior's going to snipe it. There we go. You are living on a prayer, sir. Alright, Magnus is established. Perfect. He's defending me. I need you to move. Move, move, move. We can remove that. You're just gonna start crapping out a bunch of goobers, aren't you? Let's just move you up into there. Violent storm. Yeah, it's a dust storm. That's fine. No, don't you dare snipe it, Inca. Stay away.